Happy day to you today. It is Wednesday and Poetry Day. And what I've selected for you today are some collected poems of Langston Hughes. This is a wonderful book. When Donna put this on the shelf, I didn't even let her get it all the way on the shelf. I grabbed it. It's the first real collection that I've seen of all of Langston Hughes' poetry. And he was born in 1902 and didn't pass until 67. So that is, look at the thickness of that, quite a great deal of poetry he created. And I'm pleased to have the complete collection. Arnold Rampersad is the editor, and David Rossell is the associate editor. I encourage you, whenever you get a collection like this, to look through the whole thing, because in the beginning, there's a very interesting introduction that, among other things, tells you the story of his life. Now, I won't go through that, but I did want to mention just a couple things. This vast universe is really a rather small spot, all things considered. Here's why I say that. You will probably remember that I read Drenched in the Light, the Zora Neale Hurston short story about the little girl Izzy who sits on a fence post and dances a Spanish dance with a shawl. She and Langston Hughes were for a period of time friends and then definitely enemies later in life. They wrote a play together, and that was really where their relationship imploded, so to speak. But there's another connection. Those of you who are interested in local history know about Peck Center, and I'm sure are aware that the Rosenwald Foundation was responsible for the major portion of the funding of that project. But the Rosenwald Foundation also supported a lot of creative artists as well. And I had no idea of this until I got this book and started to read it. Langston Hughes secured funds from the Rosenwald Foundation, with which he bought a car, and with the driver undertook a year-long tour of the South and the West. And all of this, of course, ended up in his poetic observations. In the introduction, I wanted to read just one paragraph. And it asks a rather important question, which I think will help all of us. What is poetry? Langston Hughes asked near his death. He answered, "It is the human soul entire, squeezed like a lemon or a lime, drop by drop, into atomic words." He wanted no definition of the poet that divorced his art from the immediacy of life. A poet is a human being, he declared. Each human being must live within his time, with and for his people, he declared. Each human being must, within the boundaries of his country, Hughes constantly called upon himself for the courage and the endurance necessary to write according to these beliefs. Hang yourself, poet, in your own words, he urged all of those who would take up the mantle of the poet and dare to speak to the world. Otherwise, you are dead. And now, let's go to the poems. The Negro speaks rivers. I've known rivers. I've known rivers ancient as the world and older than the flow of human blood in human veins. My soul has grown deep like the rivers. I bathed in the Euphrates when dawns were young. I built my hut near the Congo, and it lulled me to sleep. I looked upon the Nile and raised the pyramids above it. I heard the singing of the Mississippi when Abe Lincoln went down to New Orleans, and I've seen its muddy bosom turn all golden in the sunset. I've known rivers, ancient, dusky rivers. My soul has grown deep like the rivers. Laughers. Dream singers, storytellers, dancers, loud laughers in the hands of fate. My people. Dishwashers, elevator boys, ladies' maids, crap shooters, cooks, waiters, jazzers, nurses of the baby, loaders of ships, rounders, number of writers, comedians in vaudeville, and bandmen in circuses. Dream singers, all my people. Storytellers, all my people. Dancers, God, what dancers! Singers, God, what singers! Singers and dancers, dancers and laughers. Laughers? Yes, laughers. 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 Loud-mouthed laughers. In the hands of fate. Monotony. Today, like yesterday. Tomorrow, like today. The drip, drip, drip of monotony is wearing my life away. Today, like yesterday. Tomorrow, like today. And I'd be remiss if I didn't include this. I've alluded to the fact that I am an historian, and I do lectures on various topics relevant to our history. And the lecture that I've prepared for David Levy-Yulee is started by, and has been literally for decades started by, this poem by Langston Hughes, called Dreams. Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for when dreams go, life is a barren field, frozen with snow. Gods. The ivory gods, and the ebony gods, and the gods of diamond and jade sit silently on their temple shelves, while people are afraid. Yet the ivory gods and the ebony gods and the gods of diamond jade are only silly puppet gods that people themselves have made. I, too, sing America. I am the darker brother. They send me to eat in the kitchen when the company comes. But I laugh and eat well and grow strong. Tomorrow, I'll be at the table when the company comes. Nobody'll dare say to me, eat in the kitchen. Then, besides, They'll see how beautiful I am and be ashamed. I, too, am American. A wooing. I will bring you big things. Colors of dawn morning, beauty of rose leaves, and a flaming love. But you say, those are not big things, that only money counts. Well, then I will bring you money. But do not ask me for the beauty of rose leaves, nor the colors of dawn morning, nor a flaming love. Speaking of love, love song for Lucinda. Love is a ripe plum growing on a purple tree. Taste it once, and the spell of its enchantment will never let you be. Love is a bright star glowing in far southern skies. Look too hard, and its burning flame will always hurt your eyes. Love is a high mountain, stark in a windy sky. If you would never lose your breath, oh, do not climb too high. Listen here, blues. Ah, sweet girls, listen here to me. All you sweet girls, listen here to me. Gin and whiskey can make you lose your virginity. I used to be a good child, Lord, in Sunday school. I used to be a good child, always in Sunday school, till these liquor-headed rounders made me everybody's fool. Good girls, listen here to me. Oh, you good girls, better listen to me. Don't you fool with no man, 'cause they'll bring you misery. Sage words. New Year. The years fall like dry leaves from the topless tree of eternity. Does it matter that another leaf has fallen? Formula. Poetry should treat of lofty things, soaring thoughts and birds with wing. The muse of poetry should not know that roses in manure grow. The muse of poetry should not care that earthly pain is everywhere. Poetry treats of lofty things, soaring thoughts, and birds with wings. Elevator boy. I got a job now, running an elevator in the Denison Hotel in Jersey. Job ain't no good, though. No money around. Jobs are just chances, like everything else. Maybe a little luck now, maybe not. Maybe a good job sometimes. Step out of the barrel, boy. 2 new suits and a woman to sleep with. Maybe no luck for a long time, only the elevators going up and down. and down, or somebody else's shoes to shine, or greasy pots in a dirty kitchen. I've been running this elevator too long. Guess I'll quit now. Stars. Oh, let me digress just a second. I watched not too long ago Carousel, and it was from a 1993 production. And one of the final scenes has a star being plucked from a long string of stars, and Billy gives it, that star that he's plucked from his heavenly sight, gives it to his young daughter who he's never known. And here we have a poem about stars from Langston Hughes. Oh, sweep of stars over Harlem streets. Oh, little breath of oblivion that is night. A city building, to a mother's song, a city dreaming to a lullaby. Reach up your hand, dark boy, and take a star out of the little breath of oblivion that is night. Take just one star. Dreams do belong to us all. Nocturne for the drums. Gay little devils that hide in the gin and tickle black boys under the chin and make 'em laugh. Gay little devils that lurk in kisses and shine in the eyes of ebony misses. Wee-oo, boom! Jazz band in a cabaret, the quick red hour before the day. Scottsboro. 8 black boys in a southern jail. World, turn pale. 8 black boys and 1 white lie. Is it much to die? Is it much to die when immortal feet march with you down Time's street? When beyond steel bars sound the deathless drums, like a mighty heartbeat as they come. Who comes? Christ, who fought alone. John Brown, that mad mob that tore the Bastille down stone by stone. Moses, Jeanne d'Arc, Dessalines, Nat Turner, fighters for the free. Lenin with the flag blood red, not dead, not dead, none of those is dead. Gandhi, Sandino, Evangelista, to walk with you. 8 black boys in a southern jail. World, turn pale. Helen Keller. She, in the dark, found light brighter than many ever see. She, within herself, found loveliness through the soul's own mastery. And now the world receives from her dower the message of the strength of inner power. And now, one of his classics, Let America Be America. again. Let America be America again. Let it be the dream it used to be. Let it be the pioneer on the plain seeking a home where he himself is free. America never was America to me. Let America be the dream the dreamers dreamed. Let it be that great, strong land of love where never kings connive nor tyrants scheme, that any man be crushed by one above. It never was America to me. Oh, let my land be a land where liberty is crowned with no false patriotic wreath, but opportunity is real, and life is free. Equality is in the air we breathe. There's never been equality for me, nor freedom in this homeland of the free. Say, who are you that mumbles in the dark? And who are you that draws your veil across the stars? I am the poor white, fooled and pushed apart. I am the Negro, bearing slavery's scars. I am the red man driven from the land. I am the immigrant clutching the hope I seek, and finding only the same old stupid plan of dog eat dog, of mighty crush the weak. I am the young man, full of strength and hope, tangled in that ancient endless chain of profit, power, gain. I've grabbed the land, I've grabbed the gold, I've grabbed the ways of satisfying need, of the work of men, of take the pay, of owning everything for one's own greed. I am the farmer, bondsman to the soil. I am the worker sold to the machine. I am the Negro, servant to you all. I am the people, humble, hungry, mean, hungry yet today despite the dream, beaten yet today. Oh, pioneers, I am the man who never got ahead, the poorest worker, bartered through the years. Yet I'm the one who dreamt our basic dream in that old world while still a serf of kings, who dreamt a dream so strong, so brave, so true, that even yet its mighty daring rings in every brick and stone, in every furrow turned that's made America the land it has become. Oh, I'm the man who sailed those early seas in search of what I meant to be my home. For I'm the one who left dark Ireland's shore, and Poland's plain, and England's grassy lea, and torn from black Africa's strand, I came to build a homeland of the free. The free. Who said the free? Not me. Oh, surely not me. The millions on relief today? The millions shot down when we strike? The millions who have nothing for our pay? For all the dreams we've dreamed, and all the songs we've sung, and all the hopes we've held, and all the flags we've hung, The millions who have nothing for our pay except the dream that's almost dead today. Oh, let America be America again. The land that never has been yet and must be. The land where every man is free. The land that's mine, the poor's, Indians, Negroes, me, who made America, whose sweat and blood, whose faith and pain, whose hand at the foundry, whose plow in the rain must bring back our mighty dream again. Oh, sure. Call me any ugly name you choose. The steel of freedom does not stain. From those whose lives, like leeches on other people's lives, we must take back our land again. America! Oh, yes. I say it plain. America never was America to me. And yet I swear this oath. America will be. Out of the rack and ruin of our gangster death, the rape and rot of graft and stealth and lies, we, the people, must redeem the land, the mines, the plants, the rivers, the mountains and the endless plain, all the stretch of these great green states, and make America again. Oh, now this is personal. Ever since I sold my home and live in a rented apartment, I think Langston actually wrote this for me. Oh, this is a long, terribly long poem. 2 lines. And he titles it, Little Lyric of Great Importance. I wish the rent was heaven sent. I do share his sentiments. Another poem. If-ing. If I had some small change, I'd buy me a mule, get on that mule and ride like a fool. If I had some greenbacks, I'd buy me a Packard, fill it up with gas, and drive that baby backward. If I had $1 million, I'd get me a plane, and everybody in America'd think I was insane. But I ain't got $1 million. The fact is, ain't got a dime. So just by ifing, I have a good time. Heaven. Heaven is the place where happiness is everywhere. Silence. I catch the pattern of your silence before you speak. I do not need to hear a word. In your silence, every tone I seek is heard. Vagabonds. We are the desperate who do not care, the hungry who have nowhere to eat, nowhere to sleep, the tearless who cannot weep. Ballad of the pawnbroker. This gold watch and chain that belonged to my father, $2 on it? Well, never mind. Don't bother. Oh, how about this necklace? Pure jade? Chinese? Hell no, it's union made. Can I get 10 on this suit that I bought 2 weeks ago? Well, I don't know why it looks worn so. Feel the weight, Mr. Levy, of this silver bowl. Oh, now stop hunting for the price tag. It ain't stole. Okay. You don't want it? Then I'll go. But a man's got to live, you know. Say, on the last thing that I own, pawnbroker? Oh, old friend. Me. Myself. Life. What will you lend? Shakespeare in Harlem. Hey ninny nigh and a hey nonny no. Where, oh where did my sweet mama go? Hey ninny nigh with a tra-la-la-la. They say your sweet mama went home to her ma. I dream a world. I dream a world where man no other man will scorn, where love will bless the earth and peace its paths adorn. I dream a world where all will know sweet freedom's way, where greed no longer saps the soul, nor avarice blights our day. A world I dream where black or white, whatever race you be, will share the bounties of the earth, and every man is free. Where wretchedness will hang its head, and joy, like a pearl, attends the needs of all mankind. Of such I dream my world. Oh, I love this one. Peace conference in an American town. At the back fence calling. Mrs. Jones? At the back fence calling. Mrs. Green? At the back fence calling. Mrs. Brown? My blueberry pie is the best in town. At the back fence calling. Johnny Jones? At the back fence calling. Kenny Green? At the back fence calling. Buddy Brown, come on, let's bat a ball around. At the back fence calling. Neighbor? Hey, neighbor! At the back fence calling. Neighbor! Friend! At the back fence calling. Neighbor, when is all this trouble gonna end? At the back fence calling. Colored, white, at the back fence calling. Gentile, Jew, at the back fence calling. Neighbor, at the back fence calling. You. I love that one. Conservatory student struggles with higher instrumentation. The saxophone has a vulgar tone. I wish it would let me alone. The saxophone is ordinary. More than that, it's mercenary. The saxophone's an instrument by which I'd never been sent. Motto. I play it cool and dig all jive. That's the reason I stay alive. My motto as I live and learn is dig and be dug in return. Advice. Folks, I'm telling you, birthing is hard, and dying is mean. So get yourself a little loving in between. Poet to bigot, I have done so little for you, and you have done so little for me, that we have good reason never to agree. I, however, have such meager power, clutching at a moment while you control an hour. But your hour is a stone. My moment is a flower. Friendly in a friendly way. I nodded at the sun, and the sun said, "Howdy do?" I nodded at the tree, and the tree said, "Howdy too." I shook hands with the bush shook hands with me. I said to the flower, "Flower, how do you be?" Oh, I spoke to the man. The strange man touched his hat. I smiled at the woman. The world is smiling yet. Oh, it's a holiday when everybody feels that way. What way? Friendly. In a friendly way. And thus is our glimpse into the world of poetry a handful out of a bucketful of poems that can be found in the collected poems of Langston Hughes. Now, do stay tuned for us on our Friday session, where I'm going to treat you to a very special book that I just literally stumbled on at Story and Song. And so, until then, enjoy the remainder of the week. See you on Friday.